If you're watching this video for instructions on how to paint your car correctly, run! Flee now! It's a terrible idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, onto the video. Hey all. So, my goal for today, and you're going to be on time lapse to watch this, is I want to get the car ready for primer. I would love to prime today, but I'm not even setting that as a goal. If I get that done, fucking awesome. But my goal today is to get the car ready for primer for the panels that I've been working on. So this fender is basically ready. It needs a quick sand on everything because there's a couple areas where I've built up enough layers of primer that it's now rough there. So this is going to need an entire sand down, an entire clean down, so that this is ready. All in through here basically just needs cleaning, and then I'm obviously going to have to mask the opening. This just needs cleaning, maybe scuff. This is all probably going to get scuffed too. This still needs to be sanded. This area over here needs, this is just residue from when I was doing other work while this was sitting underneath it. So this all needs to be ground back and then be ready for primer. I'm basically probably going to just come in more or less to this line. It's going to vary slightly depending on where I am, but I'm not worried about getting in any farther because this all still needs to be properly treated back here. So I'm probably going to come in more or less to this line. Just the outside is all I'm caring about, because that other part I can do as part of the floor, and it'll be invisible once the trim and everything is on, so it doesn't matter if that's got the paint on it. This area is not being done today. This area is not being done today. The inside here is not being done today. I just want to get all the outside. Oh, and on the cowl here, I'm going to come up just a little into the cowl just so that I can get this area. If I do my color, I can get this area done in my color coat before the fender goes back on. But that I'm not going to take any further than just like right up into this panel, because I still have to strip all that back. But yeah, that's my goal for today. So I want the car to be ready to prime. If I have this so that I can come out tomorrow or this weekend and shoot primer on it, I will consider that an amazing and wonderful day. So yeah, you're going to go on time lapse. You're going to get to watch me try and do that. All right, so I got where I wanted to be. You saw my partner came in briefly to help me with the paper, which is very useful because it's very awkward trying to get this on here. So I'm all taped up. The fender obviously doesn't need any taping up because there's nothing on it that shouldn't be painted. If I get paint on the inside, I don't care. I can touch that up later. I am going to have to stop here for the night, though, because it turns out my paint guns have a male fitting and all of my air gun adapters are female, so I have to go make a run to the store, and by the time I do that, I don't think I'm going to want to come back here and shoot. If I do, I'll film it. So we're getting really close to having primer on this, which means I'm getting really close to feeling like I'm finishing this chunk of the project, and that's making me quite happy. All right, It's painting day. Got the car mask off. I blew it down, cleaned up a couple spots that didn't seem clean enough. This area in here is not really prepped well, but that's okay because nobody's ever going to see it and it doesn't have any rust on it, so really it doesn't matter how much paint I get on that or not. I've got the fender upside down to start because I need to edge it. So my plan is to shoot the edge, shoot the rest of the car, come back, shoot the edge, shoot the rest of the car. Hopefully by then I'll be able to flip the fender around and paint the outside. If not, I'll do it another day. Yes, I'm doing this in the garage. Yes, it's not plasticed up and whatnot. I'm accepting the reduction in, niceness of the paint job that I'll have. I have a fan over there that with a filter stuck to it. It's going to be exhausting the garage. I've opened this window and taped a filter over it for air into the garage. Yes, I know the big garage opening means that probably more air is going to come in that way than anything else, but I'm pretending I care. My gun, all Harbor Freight stuff. Brand new gun because my other one was filled with horrors. Just cleaned it out to get all the packing residue and whatnot in it. Got a pressure regulator for it and a inline moisture filter. The line also has a moisture filter just before it gets to the spool. So hopefully that'll work. We're going to be spraying a 2K two-part primer with a little bit of reducer in it. So I've sprayed it a little bit before on a trailer. It seemed to go okay. But we're going to find out. This is all a new experience for me, and you guys are all going to get to go along with me in this attempt to paint a car. Hopefully this all goes well. If it doesn't, I will let you know and we'll figure it all out. So time lapse, and here we go. I'm going to talk a little louder. Hopefully this is okay. The fan's still running to continue to exhaust the paint fumes out of here. I feel like that went fairly well. Not enough paint the first go round, so I had to fill the cup again. Second time, perfectly ran out of paint. Like it was like a case of like, well, I think I have a little more paint left. Let me try and hit this other area. Checked, there was no paint left. So I literally had exactly enough paint on the second time to do everything. So how did it go? I think it went fairly well. This is really nice and smooth. There is virtually no orange peel. This is really nice and smooth. For a primer, it's really nice. Obviously, I'm going to kind of sand and stuff before the final coat. But it went on nice and thoroughly. Everything just looks better in primer because it's now cohesive. So this is all primed all in here underneath. The fender went less well. When I was edging, sprayed a little too much, so there's some runs like that where it ran onto the upper side. There's one there and there's another one here. I'm gonna get most of it off. Oh, and over here. I'll sand that. The surface itself is not too bad, but it definitely has more orange peel. I don't know if I can even get it to show. It definitely has more orange peel than that does, but again, it's primer, so it's not too bad. Went on great. My little gun worked really well, didn't have any hiccups or issues. So yeah, primer is finally on these parts after how many months? So next step is to decide whether I'm going to put color coat on now or not. I think I'm going to edge with color, so sand this to clean it up a little bit and give it, and then come in with my color for at least the jams and edges and stuff. I'll probably just shoot the rocker and the center pillar outside at that time because I can always come back and overcoat with them, but it's such a minor amount of exterior surface area. I might as well put some color on it while I'm there with the color. But I feel like I've hit a milestone, both in terms of this part of the project and also in terms of painting a car. This is literally the first time I've ever sprayed primer not out of a rattle can onto a car. First time I've ever sprayed 2K primer not onto anything. I did it on a trailer, but that was with an old shitty gun and that was a disaster. But the first time I ever put it on a car, so that's a whole new milestone for me. So yeah, I have shiny-ish parts that are all uniform colors. I'm going to come back in once these have fully dried to get it. I'm going to get the fender out into the light and see if I can see any of those spots where I did body work, to see if it's really obvious or not. And then, yeah, gonna go from there. But hey, primer's on. Go me. Talk to you later. Bye.